Have you ever watched a tiny ant carrying something that looks impossibly large? A big crumb, a dead bug, maybe even a small leaf that's many times its size. It's one of those everyday marvels of nature that we often overlook. But have you ever stopped to really think about how incredible that is? Today, we're re-diving deep into the world of these tiny titans to uncover the secrets behind their super strength. And trust me, the science is even more amazing than you might think. Let's start with the headline fact you might have heard. An ant can lift 50 times its own body weight. Let that sink in. Imagine a person weighing 150 pounds, or about 70 kilograms. If that person had the proportional strength of an ant, they would be able to lift, wait for it, around 7,500 pounds, or over 3,400 kilograms. That's the weight of a large SUV, or even a small elephant. It's completely mind-boggling, right? So, how on earth do they do it? Are they packing some sort of secret muscle-enhancing technology? Well, the answer lies in a fascinating mix of physics, biology, and clever engineering. The first piece of the puzzle is all about size. It might sound counterintuitive, but being small is actually a huge advantage when it comes to relative strength. This is because of something called the square cube law. It sounds a bit complicated, but the basic idea is pretty simple. As an object gets bigger, its volume, and therefore its mass, increases much faster than its surface area. Let's break it down. An animal's strength is generally related to the cross-sectional area of its muscles. Think of it like the thickness of a rope. A thicker rope is stronger, but an animal's weight is related to its total volume. So, as an animal gets larger, its weight increases by a power of 3, while its muscle strength only increases by a power of 2. This means that larger animals have to dedicate a much larger percentage of their muscle power just to support their own body weight. An elephant, for example, has incredibly thick legs, but most of that muscle is just for standing and walking around. It doesn't have much leftover strength for lifting other things. Ants, on the other hand, are tiny. Their bodies weigh practically nothing. This means almost all of their muscle power is available for external tasks like lifting that giant bread. Their muscles are incredibly efficient for their size, and they don't have the burden of a heavy skeleton or massive body to lug around. It's a classic case of less is more. But it's not just about being small. The ant's body is a masterpiece of biomechanical design. Let's talk about their exoskeleton. Unlike us, with our bones on the inside, ants have their skeleton on the outside. This hard, lightweight shell is made of a material called chitin. It provides incredible structural support and protection without adding much weight. It's like they re-wearing a custom-fit suit of armor that also functions as their skeleton. This external framework is perfectly designed to distribute stress and anchor their powerful muscles. And speaking of muscles, an ant's muscles are different from ours. They are structured for short, powerful bursts of strength rather than endurance. They can contract with incredible force relative to their size. Think of them as tiny, highly efficient hydraulic pumps. When an ant decides to lift something, these muscles go into overdrive, generating a massive amount of force. Now let's look at their necks. Yes, their necks. You might not even think ants have necks, but they do, and the joint connecting the head to the body is a critical part of their lifting ability. Scientists have studied this joint in detail, particularly in the common American field ant. Using micro-CT scans, they discovered that the surface of the neck joint has a unique, bumpy texture. These microstructures create a lot of friction and help to grip and distribute the load, preventing the head from snapping off under extreme pressure. It's a genius bit of natural engineering that acts like a friction load-bearing joint, allowing them to support those immense weights. The way an ant lifts is also a masterclass in technique. They don't just grab something and yank it. They use their powerful mandibles, their jaws, to get a secure grip. Then they adjust their body posture, positioning their 6 legs to create a stable, wide base of support. They lift with their whole body, engaging muscles from their legs all the way up to their neck. It's a coordinated, full-body effort, much like a professional weightlifter using perfect form to hoist a heavy barbell. But here's something even more incredible. Not all ants are created equal. Some species are even stronger than the 50 times their body weight standard. Take the weaver ant, for example. These ants are famous for building nests by pulling leaves together and stitching them with silk produced by their larvae. To do this, they form living chains, with one ant holding onto another to bridge gaps and pull with immense collective force. Individual weaver ants have been recorded lifting over 100 times their own body weight. And then there's the leafcutter ant. These are the farmers of the ant world. You've probably seen documentaries of them marching in long lines, each carrying a piece of a leaf like a giant green flag. They don't eat the leaves directly. Instead, they take them underground to their nests and use them to cultivate a special type of fungus, which is their primary food source.